Hello and welcome back to another beautiful boot video. Today it's woefully cold out here. I'm not going to be out here long because it's around about -2, but so I'm got some boots that are well suited to the cold weather, and these are what I've got on today. These are a mid-half, what you might call a calf-high boot again, not particularly high. So if you don't fancy, showing the whole boot, you can pull the trousers down over them without any great difficulty. But I really like these because they're, I use these in winter, more of a going out type boot. I bought these many years ago. It must be 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I have worn them and I've looked after them and they've lasted. They still look as good as new, really. Obviously, more of a fashion dress boot, not a country boot or design, for going across fields and such like. They almost, I suppose, what you'd loosely term as a modern copy of a flying type boot, because they are very nicely sheepskin lined. So obviously that does make them incredibly warm in the winter, and a very nice fitting boot. And there again, these didn't take any breaking in, they felt good. I think that's a valid point with any shoes or boots that you buy. If they feel good from day one, you're on to a winner. I don't like this term of breaking boots in. Sometimes you have to, obviously particularly with like walking boots or more like a military type boot or that kind of thing. But a boot really, or shoe, should feel really comfortable from day one, and I can wear these for many hours, and they're not too heavy, they're not too clumpy. Some boots can be a bit clumpy, and I can walk in towns or cities with these, and I really like them. And the brand is called Swamp. I have looked online recently and I can't see anything about Swamp boots. These were bought from Zalando, the online retailer, in a sale a number of years ago. So whether these were made specially by Swamp for Zalando, that is a possibility, or Zalando, I think that's perhaps how you pronounce it. It's the big online clothing retailer again. But as I really like these, they're very attractive, I think, and a superb winter boot, as I say, because they are actually, I think it's probably a synthetic lining. I don't think it is actually, a proper sheepskin lining, but that's nonetheless, it's a very warm lined boot. And as I say, I think they look very attractive in this height. And there again, you can either wear them out or with the trousers over if you do so wish. So I stand up, and they've got a nice grip sole on them again, so very practical, and I always think they go well with my leather jacket that I bought, which is a proper sheepskin lined leather jacket, which I bought in the early 1980s, which has lasted me all this time. So there we go. I will take them off and zoom in a little bit and give you a closer look at them. So these are Swamp calf-high boots again, very attractive in the brown. I love the colour. It's a little bit slightly different colour, I think. So I'll take them off and let you have a closer look at them, because you still might find these out there. If you dig about auction sites and other places, Facebook, often, Marketplace and that kind of thing. And they say the brand is Swamp. So just a quick, more closer look at them. As I say, a nice height, nice little sort of, just a fancy. You could undo that if you have trouble getting them on and off. The buckle detail there, it unbuckles, and just takes the strap off. But I don't have any problem taking these on and off. They go on really, being this height, sort of calf height boots, and not too much of an issue there. As I say, a nice grippy sole, which is wearing really well. As I have worn these, it doesn't look as though they've hardly been worn, but they have had quite a lot of wear. And if I bring them close up to the camera, hopefully you'll see, there we go. As I say, these are actually lined with either a wool sheepskin or a natural sheepskin or some kind of synthetic. It doesn't actually tell me on the boots, I believe. I've got an idea. When I bought them, it did say a wool lining, so I think it's, a wool which is very extremely warm, because it's right down to the bottom of the boot. So a superb mid-calf height boot there for winter, if you can still find these. I wish more firms would make kind of boots like this. There's very few men's boots. This is an attractive height, if you don't fancy going out in higher boots than this. These are just a bit higher than like the Chelsea boots that seem very popular, or the lace-up type boots. Just slightly higher than that, and I think it's a shame that I suppose it comes down to costs, unfortunately. But there we go, a nice pair of brown swamp boots, which, as I say, were bought from Zalando originally. That must be maybe about 6 years ago I picked these up in a sale. I didn't pay a lot of money for them, I have to say, so they were very reasonably priced. I think they were very expensive, and I think they were having problems selling them, and so in the spring they got reduced by a huge amount. As always, many thanks for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers. It's lovely to see you subscribing, so thank you. And please do, consider subscribing at least. It's so cold here. I'm having trouble talking now, so I'm going to call it for this now on this video and this week. The boot repair video is still coming. It's just been too cold to go into my workshop and put that one together. So as I say, thank you for everybody for your comments, subscriptions. It's brilliant, and I hope you continue to enjoy my boot videos. Until the next one, bye for now.